A truce held the Holy Land in a delicate balance. It was an agreement between two great leaders, Saladin, the Sultan of Egypt and Syria, who led the Muslim forces, a powerful and respected ruler, determined to unite the Muslim world. On the other side was King Baldwin IV of Jerusalem, the Crusader king known as the Leper King. Despite his sickness, Baldwin was wise and courageous, and the truce he made with Saladin was a vital promise. It allowed peace and trade. Merchants traveled without fear. Pilgrims visited holy sites in safety. The truce showed that two cultures could coexist. Diplomacy was possible, even between enemies. Baldwin knew Jerusalem was small, surrounded by Saladin's large armies. War would be ruinous. The truce was his shield against destruction. Reynald de Chatillion, Crusader lord, restless, aggressive, disdainful of the king's truce. Prince of Antioch by marriage, later Lord of Ultra-Jordan, he saw peace as weakness. He broke promises, pillaged Cyprus, spent years a captive, emerging bitter and reckless. His peers feared he would provoke a war they could not win. Despite warnings, Reynald planned his next move, ignoring the fragile peace. The truce promised safety for travelers. In late 1186 or early 1187, a wealthy caravan set out, merchants, goods, many people, among them Saladin's own family, including his sister. Passing near Reynald's lands, they were attacked without mercy. The guard fell quickly, people were taken, goods seized, an oath trampled. This was not Reynald's first violation. Years earlier, under King Baldwin IV, he attacked another caravan, breaking a royal truce. When Reynald refused to appear, Baldwin, sick yet unyielding, marched to his lands to enforce the peace. He forced Reynald to submit, pay compensation, and release his prisoners, saving the peace for a time. It showed Saladin that Jerusalem's king kept his word, even if some lords did not. In 1185, Baldwin IV died. His young nephew Baldwin V a year later, power faltered. Guy de Lusignan became king, more aggressive, swayed by war-hungry factions. He saw Reynald not as liability, but as a fierce commander and key ally. Reynald's provocations resumed. When Saladin demanded justice, Guy claimed he could not control the Lord of Kerak. To Saladin, it was a weak excuse, a signal that the truce would not be upheld. He swore to execute Reynald with his own hands if ever he captured him. Under Guy, Reynald was not restrained. He was central to plans of war. The final attack under Guy's watch shattered any hope of peace. War was now unavoidable. Reynald's last raid gave Saladin cause to unite his forces in jihad against the Kingdom of Jerusalem. In the summer of 1187, Saladin crossed the Jordan and besieged Tiberias, luring the Crusader army. Against cautious counsel, and urged by Reynald, King Guy marched to relieve the city. Under a scorching sun, grass burned and arrows fell, thirst and exhaustion gnawed at the ranks. By the horns of Hattin, the Crusaders were surrounded, depleted, and denied the waters of Galilee. On July 4th, battle began. Desperate charges failed. Saladin pressed his advantage. Smoke and sun fed chaos. The army of Jerusalem collapsed. Thousands were killed, thousands captured, including King Guy and Reynald de Chatillion. Saladin, undisputed victor, faced the men he held most responsible. Known for chivalry, he offered King Guy a goblet of iced rosewater, a pledge of hospitality and safety. Tell the king that it was he, not I, who gave this man drink. By honor, the king would be spared. But Saladin had sworn before God to kill Reynald for treachery and cruelty. He listed Reynald's broken oaths and crimes. Some say he offered a final choice: convert to Islam and live, or refuse and face the consequence. I will not abandon my faith. His refusal sealed his fate. Honor was absolute. Treachery met its price.